Good morning, class. Welcome. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. 2 weeks to go. Could we get our money? Could we get our monies? Let's find out. Yeah, right. Fuck off. I was reading that story. All right. Let's recap the last 2 pages. Pages 3 and 4. We're doing pages 5 and 6 today. Page 3, we cut back to a shot of the hideout underneath the ruins of the White House, where we can see a random vulture soaring over the scene as an omen. Caption below across the panel reads, "Meanwhile, back in the ruins of Capital City." We see Peter looking around the inside of his temporary quarters inside the bunker. They're not fancy, but he's happy to see the bed. But before he can settle in, Nick Fury enters. "So what do you think, kid?" "Well, who would want to brag about sleeping at the White House?" "Well, under it at least." "Can the pleasantries, Fury. What do you want from me?" Fury pulls out a cigar and lights it up. "I came here to thank you, kid. You did good." "I didn't have a choice." "Yes, you did. You could have died out there. You could have given up the second hope was lost. But you fought back. You fought hard. You sprung stock." He seemed like he was having a good time. He seemed like he was having a good time there. Having. He seemed like he was having a good time there. Well, he wasn't. Matter of fact, he's currently in our makeshift intensive care unit. "What do you mean?" "Radiation poisoning. He doesn't have your youth, your blood, or your stamina. He doesn't have your youth, your blood, or your stamina. His mind is his greatest weapon, and it's currently on overdrive, while the rest of him is hooked up to machines trying to suck, keep trying to keep the particles away from his heart, trying to keep. What should Stark tell him that? Hooked up to machines. Can I help? I am something of a scientist." Fury puffs out a large cloud of cigar smoke towards Peter as he pulls a file out of his long overcoat. Peter looks visibly annoyed while Fury runs down his resume. Peter Parker, son of Richard and Mary Parker, deceased, former agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., believed to have betrayed their country as double agents and executed within the proper channels. Is that how it went down? The fuck is your problem, Fury? What are you getting at? There is a certain mayor of a very powerful, very rich, and very selfish orb of influence currently floating right above this paradise. For years, Peter, we have been working on recovery efforts. There are still thousands of people, some estimates get close to 1 million in number, survivors. Former Americans displaced, deserted, and eventually captured and exploited. The first civil war in this country was fought to end slavery, and now the second one has resurrected it. Whatever I was before the war, whatever resources we have left, our unit, our detachment, I'd give you some melodramatic speech about God and country, but it would be bullshit. But slavery on American soil? Not on my watch." Peter stands off with Fury, but instead of assaulting him, Peter actually just grabs a cigar from his overcoat. "That is not the way of a knight. So let me guess, you traded my life for a chance to get in bed with Jameson? And your other 3 friends? And that cadre of clowns that try to wipe you out? And in return, the deep pockets of Empire City. The same pockets your friend the doctor tried to empty last year. The same pockets that are paying for all this equipment that is keeping us all in stacks. At the end of the day, S.H.I.E.L.D. is a business." Fury lights up Peter's cigar. "Now, even before the mayor put a hit on you, we had you in our sights. Not just because of your parents. For a while, we thought you were the one behind the attempted Mars colony sabotage. For a while, we thought you were the one behind the attempted Mars colony sabotage. Not the attempted Mars colony sabotage, the attempted sabotage of the Mars colony." The Chameleon Song. It's a long story. What happened to the others? Vulture and the other guy, the Sandman, whatever his name is. Gone. They took off after that thing, that Hulk. Hit and destroyed the mining operation. He didn't leave anyone alive for questioning. The former captives took off with whatever rocks we couldn't claim. Unfortunately, we don't have the resources to go after it right now. We have bigger fish. Peter stands up ready to fight, but Nick comically steps back when he smells Peter and gestures to his current hygiene. So then, back in battle, is it? At ease, soldier. First, we need to address this. Oh, what? Well, I was in a gamma prison, and then there was the road. Exactly. You're a walking pile of particles. And you need to make sure you don't end up like Stark. Or worse. Whatever that thing is that happened. Whatever that thing is. Exactly. You're a walking pile of particles. And we need to make sure you don't end up like Stark. Or worse. Whatever that thing is out there hopping through the wastelands. You're gonna need a full strip down and a complete cavity cleanse. As we see Fury leaving Peter's room, with that cool smirk on his face, the trail of smoke follows behind him. As we see Fury leaving Peter's room with that cool smirk on his face as the trail of smoke follows behind him, we see Agent Clemmer entering the room. She's wearing a skin-tight wetsuit and holding a large sponge on a stick that is dripping with foamy soap. In her other hand, she has a thermos of hot steaming tea. We see Peter frozen in adolescent shock and playful awe, as in a funny way of showing he is becoming aroused as the Agent Clemmer coming in. We see his grin pop, which shoots his cigar, shoots his cigar upwards and nearly burns his face. Agent Clemmer? You're welcome, Peter. You're welcome, Peter. We cut across the wastelands to catch up to the Vulture and the Sandman. They stare out over a cliff at what looks like a stretch of the Appalachian Mountains. Sandman is resting next to a large stack of glowing gamma rocks, while Vulture is perched at the tip of the cliff like a bird of prey, contemplating their next move. These rocks have to be valuable to someone, and the more I hold on to them, the longer I can stay solid. What are these bloody things? They're our ticket out of hell, my friend. I'm afraid you'll have to sacrifice your dream of solidarity until we are back in the Empire. But if we have the rocks already, Adrian, we know what they can do. The fuck we need Empire City. We can sell half the load and keep the rest to fuel our brand new suits of armor. Expensive mecha shit. The Vulture swoops up from his perch to land in front of the resting Sandman. Show the full loop to show that his wings and body are starting to regain their strength. Close up as Vulture gets into Sandman's face, speaking to him closely as a friend. Vulture's talons pierce into Sandman's face, making small divots of sand scars in his cheeks, almost looking like tears. I know what it is you hunger for, my friend, but it will not last. Those rocks will be your saviors until they run out. Then you will chase the next load and the one after that. What we need is a permanent solution. And whatever you may believe, the Doctor is still alive. I'd say the Doctor, Dr. O. The Doctor is still alive, and he's waiting for us, up there. These rocks, they are fuel. We need to find the source if we are to tap into an endless supply, to run these shining suits of armor. For us, both of us. The man and machine behind this operation, that is our stepping stone. Even with my strength returning, my wings have been clipped, and the Empire is too far above for me to lock on to any magnetic poles. That is our stepping stone. Even with my strength returning, my wings have been clipped. See the whole line together. Even with my strength returning, my wings have been clipped, and the Empire is too far above for me to lock on to any magnetic poles. What we need is... Pan out, we see two bikers on thin metallic mecha bikes called suicycles, lit up with lasers. We see the two bikers in brown bodysuits like the Hitman character in Marvel Comics. They both wear cross-bullet chains across their chest, along with brown goggles and creepy grins straight out of Mad Max. Evening, mates. Have you brought us a tribute? Yeah, sure. And I'm gonna plant it in your ass. Marco. As the two hitmen draw out their blasters and open fire, the Vulture spreads his wings to protect the Sandman, forgets that he is currently unable to morph because of holding the gamma rocks. The vulture winces in pain as the blasters hit his wings and not his organs. S-effects of the laser blasts. With his strength and anger channeling through him, the vulture leaps out with a thrusting move, uses his wings to slice away the blasters from the hitmen, disarming them without killing them. There are enough feast for vultures out here, gentlemen. You are professional hitmen, I assume, and those suicycles are modern tech. If I were to relinquish these rocks you require, my friend here would lose his solid form and gain the ability to suffocate you both instantly. So choose your fate. The hitmen both look at the two of them with sinister smirks. You guys mutants? Something a little more sinister than that. Perhaps we could discuss our business with your superior over a late supper. Do we need with your superior? Something a little more sinister than that. Perhaps we could discuss our business over a late supper. Yeah, get rid of it. You don't need that little fucking line. All right. We're having some fun. Let's get up to lesson 3, pages 5 and 6. What will we find? What we got here? Sandman and Vulture together in the wasteland. Sandman has a sack of gamma rocks. We got that already in our notes. Fury needs nanotech in order to send nanobots to Tony Stark's bloodstream. I like that. Dr. O. Confrontation, Dr. O and the Spider-Man. Never venturing to the wasteland. Have it like Venusville on Mars. Mutated people captured, hungry, desperate. I like that. Appalachian Mountains have become Venusville, as per Dr. Octopus. He is with his captured scientists back at Osborn's lab, and the tanks in the lab in Oscorp were destroyed, so he tracks down the tanks that have gone to Mayor Jameson for his son. There we go. Have to defend the mayor who ordered it on. All right, keep these notes. Notes and jokes will keep you happy. All right, it's time to do some mining. We take you back to the spring of 1977. I am 2 months away from being born. All right. I have to admit, unfortunately, this late 70s run is not very strong. I started falling in love with Spider-Man, I would say, in the 80s. So we got to get to the 80s. However, we are mining. We are getting our scripts. And if we don't like an issue, we don't force it. We go right to the next one. Here we go. Take that, you web-slinging menace, and that, and that. Stalked by the Slider Slayer. All your fancy powers can't help you when you are being stalked. All right, so he's training. Jameson must be simulating his new spider robot to shoot at the Spider-Man. I never liked the Spider Slayer stories. They always fucking drive me nuts. However, it serves a purpose as to introduce J. Jonah Jameson to the woman he will eventually fall in love and marry, Marla Madison. Web shears severed, no difficulty. Retract instantly into your chest module. So far, so good. Grapple claw. So far, the grapple claw works. What are you waiting for, Marla? It's programmed into his fucking head. I mean, you can have a joke with the Spider Slayer. I don't see how we can make this fun and serious. We got robot tech with the rest of these Sinister Six guys. So he's bending the metals. He's twisting shit around. Psycho Cyber helmet. He wears the helmet. He controls the machine. It's like Iron Man 3. Who cares? Fog lays like a filthy gray blanket over the New Jersey Coast Highway, casting a ghastly pallor over everything it touches. The men who ply their sleek 18-wheelers along this desolate stretch hardly seem to notice the old Mr. Right, we got some truckers going down here. They're doing their fucking thing. They're trucking. And what do they see? A big shiny comet comes flipping by. A glowing ball of rage. Well, we're going to be introducing the fucking Will-O-Wisp. The Will-O-Wisp. Will the Will-O-Wisp be the guy running things in Appalachian in Venusville? Will we ever even see Venusville? Will the story take us there? Will Peter have to go directly back to Empire City? The glowing ball arcs skyward without the latest hesitation. Agonizing minutes pass as the ruined truck lies alone beside the highway, its drivers sprawled unconscious across their seats. Until at last, the glowing ball returns. Those two truckers will not recover their senses for hours. By then, my unholy work will have been long since completed. All right, so the Will-O-Wisp is ripping the back of the fucking truck. What's he taking from the truck? Was he stealing money? He's stealing something. If I hope to regain my loss, I must do what I've been ordered to do. All right, so he's obviously running errands for somebody that gave him his powers. The truck is crashed. Transcon trucking. The glowing ball goes away. We got Aunt May, Mary Watson. Aunt May's on the picket lines. Oh, what is she protesting? The way they treat old people, apparently. Our landlord is trying to eliminate the rent control in this building. We're not going to let him get away with it. Okay, good. You feel that strongly about this, Aunt May? You just get back to that picket line and give him heck. Old people have rights too. Oh, God. Where are we? Where the fuck are we? All right. So Peter and Mary Jane are on a date. They're not banging. It's driving me crazy. The spider sense is going off. Obviously, he suspects that the fucking stupid will-o-wisp is going around. You don't mind if we didn't go off for coffee and donuts like I promised you? I have to go and solve a problem that I'm not getting paid for. The $64,000 question. He gets up into his spider gear, but little does he know, there's a big giant robot with J. Jonah Jameson's fucking face. The Spider Slayers, one of the cockamamie Spider Slayers. I hate the Spider Slayers. He's gonna fight this giant robot. He shoots him with a little fucking with a range of fucking lights. He goes crashing through the fucking wall. We're supposed to believe that it was the Will-O-Wisp, but it's not. He's wearing his Tony Stark helmet. Sorry to be such a wet blanket, but I got a lot of things bugging me these days. He's out with Liz Allen and Flash. They never addressed the fact that did Flash and Liz bang before when they were together in high school, and then Harry Osborn's just cleaning it all up. I thought I recognized your charming kiss of Harry. Everything going okay? Look at his doctor. His doctor's driving a fucking nice car. Dr. Barton Hamilton, who, if you didn't know, ends up becoming one of the Green Goblins because he gets obsessed with Harry Osborn, the lady he's going to marry. Hey, move it, will you? You guys ready to go? All right, Flash is all down in the dumps. We see the doctor. That's my therapist, quite a guy. I don't know, he certainly seems together enough. And then we got Joe Robinson's coming out of his fucking office. Is somebody going to jump him now? A glowing ball that hijacks trucks along the New Jersey is Coast 9 News. All right, he's driving. He sees Spider-Man in the rear view. The arachnid's a devious types, Mr. R. Mind if I ask a question? Shoot. He's asking him about J. Jonah Jameson. Otherwise, he's the same sparkling personality he's always been, chewing his cigar down to a nub, threatening to fire everybody. There's nothing working in this fucking story. He doesn't like Spider-Man following him. Joe Robertson is our guy in charge of the thing now. So we have his characters in the story. There's nothing here right now. So it's not a good story. He's searching through J. Jonah's thing. He's trying to find evidence about him with the robot thing. The fucking night security comes in. He's chilling. He's looking for shit. He swings out over the church. They always get those good New York City shots in these comics. And there he sees the glowing ball from Jersey that Robbie's talking about. The Will-O-Wisp. Now he's going to go chase the fucking Will-O-Wisp. Who is the Will-O-Wisp working for? Is he working for Dr. Stillwell? Do we bring Dr. Stillwell back into this? Make his full promise to make me human once more. But you know he's not going to make you human, Will-O-Wisp. You know this guy's just fucking with you. You're too valuable to him to be a normal man. He jumps through him. He phases through him. Will-O-Wisp is like a big fucking stupid ghost. And every time he tries to punch the ghost, he gets fucking thrown out the window and over the top rope and on to the arena floor at a 30 Rockefeller Center. Swings, hits the thing. He needs the package. Jonah's evidence. I must have dropped it in the land. Is there something wrong? I need the evidence. There's something I'm afraid something is wrong. It looks like the envelope I've come here to steal. In one way or another, I'm going to have it. All right, so he stole it, but now this dumb fucking robot's coming down the fucking stairs. This was a horrible issue. What a stupid fucking issue. Did we get anything from that? Warfare on the Great White Way. The fucking Will-O-Wisp. I mean, never discount any villain because they can give you something. But I got a bad feeling, especially if you're looking ahead, that we got a nice run of just shitty villains coming. It makes you realize how important a good villain is to a fucking story. Where do we leave off 3 and 4? We have Spider-Man's getting a sponge bath, so he's going to be all good. So we can bring him back into getting briefed by Fury to what he's got to do. So what we have here now, Spider-Man's going to get a new suit from Stark that he drew up. And they'll build it. And I think maybe we got to get a readout of just what's going on with the U.S. government. The president, we're gonna maybe allude to that maybe The Rock is the president. And he's a shitty president, just hides in Hawaii, making shitty movies like The Rock does. All right, so what do we got going on here? Where are our characters? Let's get our page formatted to start. Yeah, do, take it back. Do, take it back. New Game of Thrones tonight. I'm excited about that. You made a new Game of Thrones arachnophobia themed video. All right. Spider-Man finishes sponge bath and is with Fury getting briefed. Spider-Man and Fury go to see Tony Stark. Stark needs a master nano technician. Only one that can pull it off. Spider-Man will have to go back to Empire City to get Dr. O. Stark shows Peter blueprints for his new suit. Spider-Man and Fury will have to go to this Venusville to get the craft needed to go to elevate to Empire City since the Sky Bridge was destroyed. Spider-Man suits up. All right, so we got a possible layout. Is that we left Peter. He's gonna finally get Peter get some fun, have some fun, get laid. Fucking he's going with Agent Clemmer. She's washing all the particles out of him. We'll have a nice interplay between Spider-Man and Tony Stark. The idea is we need to do the impossible now. Peter's got to get up. It's either we have to get him into Empire City, or we have to bring your doctor down here. The way we have to get to Empire City. Now, Fury has had a way of getting there before, but the Sky Bridge has been destroyed. The old access was the Sky Bridge. The Sky Bridge has been destroyed. How do they get? That's what we got to do. We got to figure out how they get to Empire City. I'm thinking it could be as easy as getting into that little that snake pit, that Venusville, whatever the fuck that is. That those hitmen are going to be taking Vulture and Sandman over to, where Spider-Man's got to steal a craft to get up to Empire City, or they've got to take Stark, but I don't think they can move Stark. We got to go up there to your friends at Empire City. We have to bring that doctor down here. Or if we could stabilize Stark, get him up there. But as of right now, that doesn't seem to be logical. What seems logical is getting up there, bringing that brain down here. They have to go get the living brain. They have to get back to Empire City. We can't make it easy. Can't make it just that fucking easy. All right. We're going to head into May since these issues are in May. They skip one over here. I mean, we jumped ahead there, and they're not giving us access to Team Up 56 for some reason. It is not available. Spider-Man and Daredevil versus Spectre. So we jump to May. Just says this is the flagship, and this is the actual May 1977. Let's continue with this fucking saga with the fucking Will-O-Wisp. Some men call me the Will-O-Wisp, but you can call me Death. Oh God, I'm just gonna call you asshole. All right, they're fighting. Remember, we were here at the beginning of our story when Peter went ice skating, when his powers were first starting to the bloodstream in his body. The Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I said we got the monster robot that's controlled by J. Jonah Jameson. We got the Will-O-Wisp. I will not allow you to touch him till I have taken it back. There's an envelope in there that the Will-O-Wisp fucking needs. What's in the envelope? What's in the box? Jumping Jupiter, what kind of character are you? Now the fucking Spider Slayer's gonna fight Will-O-Wisp. Spider-Man's gotta do this whole thing with his heavenly molecules. I guess I'll just have to rely on the spider skills that have made me the idol of millions. So they're fighting on the ice skating rink. He knocks him into the Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp becomes a ghost again. Since I can't convince Wispy that this envelope I borrowed from Jameson is not the one he tried to steal, my best is to get it out of sight. All right, so he webs it up to the old Rockefeller Center Atlas Shrugged statue. These two are still fighting. He's turning into a flaming fucking ball of energy again and disappears, which leaves Spider-Man to have to drop kick the old fucking Spider Slayer robot. He gets zapped. He gets thrown through a fucking window. It's falls count anywhere. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Everybody's fighting. He's trying to take him out. He webs him up. He smashes him into the good old-fashioned fucking statue. Jameson's fucking nuts. He takes the statue down. The only thing this plays into is the hatred between Spider-Man and Jameson, but we haven't reunited them yet. We have to decide where. Oh, it's the Statue of Prometheus. Okay. He crashes into Prometheus. We got to decide what we'll do with the wrestling. I would try for the 1980 Olympic wrestling team. Oh, look at that reference. All right. The Stereos arm was clutched safely in his hand. He's out of hearing range. He's pissed off at Marla Madison. You have any idea what's going to cost me to have that skating rink repaired? A true scientist learns from all mistakes, Jonah. We'll restructure the Spider Slayer, make it more powerful than ever. The next time we hunt Spider-Man, we'll be ready for him. All right, these two are getting together. They're having a good time. Having a good time. So-called evidence against Spider-Man. Oh Lord, and there I see it. When I buried the clone that the Jackal made, I thought I had sent somebody watching me when I disposed of that corpse in the incinerating plant. Why did he send those photos to J. Jonah Jameson? Most importantly, what am I going to do now in my shitty apartment? I don't have the cursed plans you sent me for. Oh, yay, Dr. Stillwell. Oh, no, it's Harrow. Yay, we brought back Jonas Harrow. Look at that. He's in our story. He's one of the scientists working with Dr. O. Jonas Harrow still holds the power to destroy you. As I've explained, Doctor, it is Spider-Man who is responsible for my failure. Spider-Man and your own over-anxiousness. Spider-Man, why does that name constantly fucking haunt me? He has defeated both the Hammerhead and the Kangaroo, my two greatest creations, and now he's thrown at you. This guy's obsessed with taking down Spider-Man. I like it. And I remind you of the mind-shattering agony that awaits you should you refuse my command. I will zap you into nothing, you piece of shit, Will-O-Wisp. All right, so he's exposing pictures in the dark room. He's trying to alter them. Mary Jane Watson. He's falling into his couch. She's sitting on the couch. Oh, that's nice. They're about to make out. She looks hot. There's no light on in Jameson's office, but I guess that was to be expected. It's bound to take him hours to get his robot out from under that statue. All right. Earlier tonight, the lock pick, Jonah's desk. He doctors the photos. That does it. The envelope is back. The desk is locked. Everything's all good. I'm going to go swinging through the fucking city. Holy smoke, that ball of light is back here to fuck me up some more. Oh, look at that, the old Gordon sign. Now they're gonna fight on a sign in Times Square. I like it. They're fighting all over the city. Will-O-Wisp needs to fight him for that envelope. He's gonna burn through fucking everything or he's gonna get zapped out of control. What will happen to the fucking Will-O-Wisp? I like that they're fighting in Times Square. I kind of dig that. Have I become so truly inhuman that I could slay such a man? Despite Dr. Harrow's threats, I cannot. Harrow's watching from the crowd. He jumps towards Harrow, but as they leap down together, perhaps the terrible sadness mirrored in the misty figure's dark eyes, coupled with more than that of a tinge of regret. He disappears, lets himself die. In a way, my friend, this is all a bad dream. I truly wish I could, but I am afraid there's only one way this conflict can end. So now what do I do? I can't risk hurting any of these people since they're only following Wispy's hypnotic commands. Ay, ay, ay. So now they're going to fight up on this sign. You want a crying towel, Wispy? No, just a little understanding, perhaps. But you are right, Spider-Man. I was wrong to involve any innocents in our private struggle. Thus, let us take our battle where no innocent can follow. He's an honorable man, this Will-O-Wisp. This is the only thing that's funny is it's giving these authors a chance to draw fucking New York City fucking landmarks and street signs. The magnetic adhesion of my body's very molecules. I must now hold myself together through sheer force of will. Every time I turn intangible, I run the risk of losing control and fading away forever. All right. Just not sure if I'm feeling the Will-O-Wisp. Agony that time's over. I get it. You don't want to fucking do it, but he's making you fucking do it. Now they're electrocuting. It's like the 14th fucking time he's electrocuted somebody. Harrow's all fucking excited, but he can't kill Spider-Man. So instead, he jumps to his death, but he hits the fucking thing, and before he can hit the ground, he turns into a fucking fizzy bubbly. Of this stupid issue when I read it as a kid. It was stupid then, it's stupider now. Confrontation. We promise you won't regret. Yeah, I regret it. These issues suck. We're in June. Oh shit, this is the month I was born. This is the month I was born, June 1977. I'm born. Too bad they came out with this dumb issue. So we will move on to Spectacular Spider-Man. That's kind of taken over as the second. Unless you want to say we want to do it chronologically, would be that we got Team Up. Would always be the second title. And that would make Spectacular Spider-Man the third title. In terms of numbers, yes, because you're at 169 here, you're at 57 here, you're at 6 here, yes. You got to go. You got to do the pecking order. Did we get anything? Anything out of that issue? Spider-Man finishes Sponge Bath. It was with Fury getting briefed. Did we get anything out of there that we could use? Mm-hmm. Are we just going to be cutting back and forth over a late supper? All right. So we show late supper. We don't need to show the White House again. We've shown that already. Meanwhile, we just cut to them inside of a briefing room. Meanwhile, across the mountain range, because the idea was, yeah, okay, they needed Peter to find Tony Stark, which they did. They got Tony Stark. They didn't know where he was, and they found him in that gamma mine. So they've got gamma rocks. It's a hurting motherfuckers. What we got here? Oh, oh, sweet. My sister's gonna be trying to get me to adopt a Frenchie. I can barely take care of myself. All right. Spider-Man and Fury go to see Star. Okay, so are we going just directly? What's the panel transition here? We're coming out of that page where there. Might we discuss our business over a late supper? Might we discuss this, gentlemen, over a late supper? Might we discuss this, gentlemen, over a late supper? So, are they just walking down a hallway? Because what's the panel transition? They're just walking down a hallway. Cut back to Peter and Nick Fury walking through the underground bunker. How you feeling, kid? I like our last line on page 4 was might be let us discuss our business over a late supper. You hungry, kid? Famished. You hungry, kid? Famished. So am I. One more pit stop. And let's see. They should be bringing Tony Stark ice cream, right? Like something cute. We cut back to Peter and Nick Fury walking through the underground bunker. Nick Fury is holding what looks like a large drum of ice cream. You hungry, kid? Famished. Is that ice cream? Aged like fine wine. Aged like fine wine. Aged like fine wine. Sure it's worth sure it's worth a try. Aged like fine wine, but I'm sure it's worth a try. I don't think that's how ice cream works. I don't think that's how ice cream works. All right, it's like a cute little byplay. Ah, fuck me. Peter and Fury enter the medical bay of their bunker, where we see Tony Stark connected to tubes while he is structured upright with several computer monitors, not only showing his vitals, but using magnetic energy keep the radioactive particles from reaching his heart. Essentially, Tony, essentially, Tony is a prisoner to machines, but still has his mental faculties. See, it's funny how a story evolves. You're just playing around, man. This is the fun part of writing comic books, man. The story evolves, and as long as you get excited to write it, you gotta get excited to sell it. I don't think our patient minds. Please tell me you found the salted caramel. Please tell me you found the salted caramel. One of Lincoln's favorites. Please tell me you found the salted caramel. One of Lincoln's favorites. One of Lincoln's favorites. Still thawing out. Well, everyone knows ice cream ages like fine wine. How you doing, kid? All right. These are just conversation scenes now, so let's have some fun. Make an interesting conversation. I don't think our patient minds. Please tell me you found the salted caramel. One of Lincoln's favorites. Still thawing out. Well, everyone knows ice cream ages like fine wine. How you doing, kid? We don't have to say Lincoln. Would they have the underground bunker? Let's say Kennedy. I didn't like LBJ. I thought he sent a lot of people to die. Not Tricky Dick. Reagan. One of Reagan's favorites. Still thawing out. One of Reagan's favorites. No, not one of Reagan's favorites. Reagan's personal stash. From Reagan's personal stash. Still thawing out. Everyone knows ice cream ages like fine wine. How you doing, kid? Close up of Peter and Tony Stark. Peter shows concern as well as admiration for Tony still working in his weakened state. Sound like that. We're having some good, interesting conversation, moving the story along through our characters. How you doing, kid? Guess from this perspective, I guess from this perspective, it's a hard one to answer, sir. No pity, kid. Dulls the senses. Besides, been a good life. Besides, it's been a good life. Fury's been updating me on your past, present, and future. Fury's been updating me on your past, present, and future. I guess from this perspective, that's a hard one to answer, sir. No pity, kid. It dulls the senses. Besides, it's been a good life. Fury's been updating me on your past, present, and future. And how's my crystal ball looking? Depends. That depends, kid. That depends, kid. What happened with Norman Osborn back at the lab? All right, so we get some story. The idea is Tony and Nick are going to ask him why did he kill him, knowing what he's responsible for. Why did he kill him? Because he saved me. Peter will tell him, just Knight's code. You don't kill you don't kill a guy at his worst. If anything, making him live in the prison that is his failure. It's a fate worse than death. Death, you're putting him out of his misery. Pretty bold. It's not. He saved my life. Essentially, I was just returning the favor. I had him right there. All I wanted to do was cut the cord and let him drown. And yet I couldn't do it. Something inside me didn't let me do it, which is exactly why you're here. The idea is Tony is basically going to say, look, man, I can give you this whole thing about honor and presence and dying for a good cause, but I kind of want to stick around for a while. I like being alive. How'd you feel about doing a favor for us? All right. That depends, kid. What happened to Norman Osborn back at the lab? So you can put some good back and forth here because essentially this shot is just Peter and Tony talking back at the lab. It depends, kid. What happened to Norman Osborn back at the lab? That crazy scientist had him laced up in a tank. Had him laced up in a back of the tank. They were looking to harvest all the radioactivity, all the radioactive particles from his blood. I have a feeling that scientist, I have a feeling that scientist was doing enough human trials to eventually experiment on himself. Yeah, he wasn't the body positive type, but he also wasn't the guy in charge. For a while, I suspected it was Osborne. Nah, but he also wasn't the guy in charge. Someone, someone wanted to take out Osborne. They wanted to do it slowly. The man has a lot of enemies. So did you do it? No, see, this conversation part's getting long. It's a lot of bubbles back and forth. Let's see. Can we get something else happening in the scene? Yeah. They're entering, so now we can have like Tony just fucking going at a fucking pile of ice cream. Should we have Nick holding the ice cream? Is it comical? Is Nick Fury feeding him the ice cream? Peter comically tries to spoon feed Tony ice cream, but Tony isn't having it. No. While Fury looks on, pulls out a cigar, pulls out another cigar. Did you do it? Did I do what? Did you kill him? Osborne. We came in to get Stark. When we came in to get Stark, we saw the Vulture leave. We saw that Vulture leave. We saw your two friends. You were two friends, Vulture and Sandman. The Vulture and the Sandman. We saw your two friends, that Vulture and the Sandman, take off. Take off with a load of rocks. When we came in to get Stark, we saw your two friends, the Vulture and the Sandman, take off with a load of gamma rocks. When we came in to get Stark, we saw your two friends, the Vulture and the Sandman, take off with a load of gamma rocks. The rest of the place was destroyed. The rest of the place was stripped and destroyed. We eventually found you. We never found him. We never found him. I wanted to kill him. And right there, and right there in the busted lab, one pull of the plug. One pull of the plug and he drowns in that tank. I had him right there in the busted lab. One pull of the plug and he drowns in that tank. Stark, comically, Tony Stark, comically, uses his teeth to grab the ice cream tub away from Peter, frustrated that he's serving so slow while talking to Fury. So I like it. Get a little comical nature, a little comical. Maybe we should do these live. Sitting on a park bench. All right. Tony Stark comically uses his teeth to grab the ice cream tub away from Peter, frustrated that he's serving so slow while talking to Fury. Okay, I wanted to kill him. I had him right there in the busted lab. One pull of the plug and he drowns in that tank. So why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? There's no governing body. There's no police. There's no law down here. No governing body. No crooked mayor. Why didn't you do it? So I like that. So why didn't you do it? There's no law down here. No governing body. No crooked mayor. Why didn't you do it? Something stopped me. Keep saying it was a knight's code. I keep saying it was a knight's code. Then another part tells me it's vengeance. Life for a life. But then I remember how the piece of shit saved me from that same vulture and Sandman. And that's what stopped me. Especially since he was right there, lifeless, helpless. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City, and letting him live out his days. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City, letting him run out his days, letting him run out his days. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City, and letting him run out his days in a constant shell of his own failure would be a fate worse than death. I'm a knight, Mr. Fury. I'm a knight, Commander Fury. Not an assassin. Assassin. I'm a knight, Commander Fury. Not an assassin. I like that he tells him that I exiled him from Empire City. I told him if he ever steps back in the city, I'll fucking kill him. We'll see. I'll say something stopped me. I keep saying it was a knight's code. Then another part of me tells me it's vengeance, but another part tells me it's vengeance. Life for a life. But then I remember how the piece of shit saved me from that same vulture and Sandman, and that stopped me. And that stopped me. And that's what stopped me. And that's what stopped me from avenging my parents. We don't need the lifeless helpers. That was already a given. Here we go. But then I remember how the piece of shit saved me from that same Vulture and Sandman. And that's what stopped me from avenging my parents. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City, and letting him run out his days in a constant shell of his own failure, would be a fate worse than death. That would be a fate worse. A shell of his own failure. I am a Knight Commander theory, not a letting him run out his days in a constant shell of his own failure. I even told myself that letting him live, exiling him from Empire City, letting him run out his days in a constant shell of his own failure. Mediocrity. For a man like Osborne. There we go. For a man like Osborne. Mediocrity. It's a fate worse than death. Letting him run out his days in a constant shell of his own failure. For a man like Osborne, mediocrity is a fate worse than death. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. Mediocrity. For a man like Osborne, mediocrity is a fate worse than death. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. But he didn't do that with Osborne. He just basically exiled him. He said, "You're exiled from Empire City." I like this line. Mediocrity is a fate worse than death. For a man like Osborne, mediocrity is a fate worse than death. That is fucking solid. I've used it before and I love it. We're using it again. So there's Tony. We need a gesture. There's Tony. Fury grabs the ice cream. See, Fury wouldn't eat ice cream in front, would he? Stark hands the ice cream over to Peter. It's like that. Stark's handing me like Tony Stark would have the grapes, holding the grapes. There we go. Stark hands the ice cream drum over to Peter. Mediocrity is a fate worse than death. Oh. Well, Fury, I'd say he passes the test. I'd say he passes the test. Well, Fury, I'd say he passes the test. You have a code. That's important. Honor, honor and commitment. Honor and commitment is what we need to rebuild this country. Honor and commitment is what we need to rebuild this country. First, I need a favor. I like it. Well, Fury, I'd say he passed the test. I'd say he passed the test. What is it? Passes? Passed? Passed the test. I'd say he passed the test. You have a code. It's important. Honor and commitment is what we need. Honor and commitment. What is it? Are what we need? Cock. What? What? Honor and commitment are what we need to rebuild this country. First, I need a favor. Peter could look right at him, eat the ice cream. We're probably going to do 8 panels here again because it's a conversation page. So you can always add more panels. All right. But first, I need a favor. Peter takes a long scoop of ice cream while Fury lights a cigar for start. You can even have a joke at the end. Yeah, could you send an Agent Clemmer? Honor commitment what we need to rebuild this country. But first, I need a favor. Peter takes a long scoop of ice cream while Fury lights a cigar for Stark. Stark brings up a monitor. Stark gestures over to one of the monitors. Stark gestures over to one of the monitors that shows his heart. That shows a scan of his heart, which shows particles avoiding the chambers due to a magnetic adhesion machine. Your heart. My heart is broken, kid. I think everybody calls him kid, you know? Peter takes a long scoop of ice cream while Fury lights a cigar for Stark. Stark gestures over to one of the monitors that shows a scan of his heart, which shows particles avoiding the chambers due to a magnetic adhesion machine. My heart is broken, kid. Whatever experimentation they did back at that mine, one of the side effects, one of the side effects of being around all those workers, what experimentation, my heart is broken, kid. What experimentation they did back at that mine, one of the side effects of being around all those workers. This adhesion tech, this adhesion tech I came up with. This adhesion tech I came up with keeps the radioactive particles in solid form. This adhesion tech I came up with keeps the radioactive particles in solid form. But I can't get in there and extract the particles. I can only constantly keep them but I can't get in there and extract the particles. I can only constantly keep them away from entering my heart during each rotation, around my body. I can only constantly keep them away from entering my heart and brain. There we go, my heart and brain. During each rotation around my body. Let's just say the ice cream. Let's just say the ice cream has been acting as a necessary deterrent. I like where we're going, man. They need Dr. O, but why? What can Dr. O do that nobody in the fucking world could do? Dr. O. Dr. O is dead. He is. They preserved his brain. He isn't. See, but Fury, no, you can't know. Remember, we're writing here. Fury can't know that Dr. O escaped. Dr. O just escaped. They have no connection to Empire City. At least they shouldn't. And remember, he is in the bunker of the destroyed White House. But they don't know he's out there yet. Unless Fury brings it up and the mayor's there and he's already at the mayor's office when they bring up the news feed. Eh. But could. It's a good way of introducing it. Especially when we left it at Jorgensen saying there is one other option. There is one option. This adhesion tech I came up with keeps the radioactive particles in solid form, but I can't get in there. I can't get in there and extract the particles. I can only constantly keep them away from entering my heart and brain during each rotation around my body. Let's just say the ice cream has been acting as a necessary deterrent. And motivation to stay alive. Well, that and Agent Clemmer. Agent Clemmer, of course. This adhesion tech I came up with keeps the radioactive particles in solid form, but I can't get in there and extract the particles. I can only constantly keep them away from my heart, from entering my heart and brain. I can only constantly keep them away from entering my heart and brain during each rotation around my body. Let's just say the ice cream has been acting as a necessary deterrent and a motivation to stay alive. Oh, that and Agent Clemmer, of course. I like that. Nice little nod to Agent Clemmer. What can I do? You need me to learn. You need me to learn surgery. Is he saying that? No, he's not saying that, is he? Well, what can I do? Peter's like, well, I'm here. Well, I'm here. Well, I'm here. What can I do, What can I do, Mr. Stark? Not a what. It's a who. What do you know about Dr. Otto Octavius? Would we say Dr. Octavius? Would his name be Otto Octavius? That just sounds really fucking stupid. Story? Would it be called Otto Octavius? What do you know about Dr. O? Well, I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? What can I do, Mr. Stark? Should we save the Peter taking a long scoop of ice cream after Stark tells him I need you to go get me fucking Dr. O? It takes a long. Well, I'm here, and a motivation to stay alive. Well, that and Agent Clemmer, of course. Let's just say the ice cream has been acting as a necessary deterrent. The motivation to stay alive. Well, that and Agent Clemmer, of course. Well, I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? Do a close up on Tony. Close up on Tony and Peter. Is that how we're ending this page? Well, I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? What can I do, Mr. Stark? What can I do, Mr. Stark? Oh, I got one panel left on this fucking page. I gotta figure out what to do here. Well, I'm here. Keep them away. I got these particles. I got adhesion tech here. It's just keeping it away, but I gotta get it out. He's got radioactive particles in his body that are looking to fucking jack his heart and brain. He's hooked up to machines, eating ice cream, just trying to stay alive. Well, I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? What can I do, Mr. Stark? It's not what, it's who. And then Fury could say, "You gonna eat all that ice cream?" I like that. It's good. You gonna eat all that ice cream? You eat all that fucking ice cream? Well, I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? Close up on Tony. Fury needs nanotech to send nanobots into Tony books. Fury goes to grab the ice cream from Peter, while Tony Stark lays out the truth for Peter. They don't know the lab's been busted open yet. Do they even know he was there? I mean, Osborn, he never talked to them. Maybe Osborn did. I'm here. What can I do, Mr. Stark? Not a what. It's a who. It's not a what, kid. It's a who. Let's just say there's one man on this planet that can successfully do. There's only one man on this planet that can successfully do it because he's the only one who's ever done it. And by the sound of your heart palpitations, and by the sound of your heart palpitations, I know you already know the answer. Okay, so it's not a what, kid, it's a who. That can successfully do it because he's the only one that's ever done it. Known as a master of nanotechnology. known as a master of nanotechnology. It's not a what, kid, it's a who. Let's just say there's one man on this planet that can successfully do it, because he's the only one who's ever done it, known as a master of nanotechnology and a first class maniac, like most geniuses are, and a first class maniac, like most geniuses are. And by the sound of your heart palpitations, I know you already know the answer. Peter will say, Dr. O. Dr. O. Nick Fury went. Are you going to eat? Are you going to eat all that fucking ice cream? Nah, he wouldn't say fucking. Are you going to eat all that ice cream? Are you going to eat all that ice cream? Known as a master of nanotechnology, a first class maniac, like most geniuses are. Known as a master of nanotechnology. See, Stark would be praising him. So Fury should come in and say, and a first class maniac, like most geniuses are. By the sound of your palpitations, Peter, I know you already know the answer. Dr. O. Dr. O. Are you going to eat all the ice cream? So, I don't know. I want a good line there. Not like a fucking Marvel-esque quip, Dr. O. Let me get some of that ice cream. Have some of that salted caramel. Let me have some of that salted caramel. So, is it too Marvel quippy to do that, Doctor O? I just don't like that, Doctor O. Doctor O. It's like, let me take that before it melts. Let me take that before it melts. Because the idea is no, Peter's freaking out. Remember, last fucking in the AracKnight, the last chapter, man, Doctor O tried to fucking basically drain his soul. And nearly fucking drained his life force. As Peter had him down for the count, Doctor O was gonna fucking kill him. Yeah, let me take that before it melts. He's almost saying like he's shitting himself. So that line I like. That's more clever. Let me take that before it melts. And that's the end of that page. Bond Girl, boom. We have our connection. Spider-Man, Doctor Octopus, captured scientist, Appalachian Mountains. John Jameson's body. So now we're connecting everything and everybody. Everybody, rock your body. All right, page 6. We've come this far. Let me take that before it melts. So I like that. It's a clever line. All right, let's set up page 6. Let's end this fucker. Pishka. Zando Pishka. Who knows the Pishka? Pishka, Pishka. You should do these live. You should do these live. You can see the number changing when you do it live. You must have got one of them. Do everything live. Let's keep moving. All right. Gone through Amazing Spider-Man. Let's move you to the back of the line here. Now we move on to the second team up. Marvel number 57, Spider-Man, Black Widow. Well, we get our page here. Remember, we just left it off. Spider-Man is getting a mission from Tony Stark. He's basically telling him, we need you to go get fucking Dr. O. Dr. O is the only person that can save Tony Stark's life. If you're going to do a fetch quest, make it all connect to the people in the story. It doesn't mean I need you to go here and get this. I need you to go there and get that. It was that guy that you fucking hate. I need you to help him save my life. Let's do this. When slays the Silver Samurai. 'Tis the month after Christmas, and things are looking up in the world. Somehow the Yuletide spirit is carried over into the new year. People are still smiling hello in the streets, and New York has become a beautiful city once more. Of course, for some, peace doesn't have its drawbacks, all right. Spidey's patrolling through the city. He sees some thieves. They're shooting in their usual stupid looking outfits. The jeweler's on ice permanently. Spider-Man swings in, fucks some people up, grabs a guy, gets him away from trouble, runs away. Guys are still shooting. Spider-Man does a double drop kick in the snow, takes the other guy and rams his head in the fucking snow, holds him, screams at him, someone behind you, shoots him, zaps him, slices him up. Oh, we got the Silver Samurai. And then beats the shit out of him. It's a Pearl Harbor job. Fucking raw deal, man. This is the celebrated Spider-Man. Haha. I faced deadly opponents in the training arenas in my youth. The Silver Samurai. This is the guy with Logan, right? He was in the Wolverine movie. Wolverine was Patch out there in Madripoor. Yeah. It's a Silver Samurai. Can we use him as the guy? We need somebody in charge of this Venusville in the Appalachian Mountains. Whether it's Mysterio, could be another Spider villain, could be just another side villain. We get some chick walking around downtown. Who is this chick? Roscoe, Angela. Hello, Roscoe. How has life been treating you? Oh, is this gotta be? This is her. This is Black Widow. Hot lather in the shaving towels. Electric clip is running. Whatever happened here must have happened just minutes ago. Oh, secret chair. Good thing Nick Fury gave me the elevator chairs. Oh, so we're getting Nick Fury in the story. See, we have to figure out how to get these fuckers back to Empire City. That's the hard part. What's going on here? The reception area is as empty as the barber shop. Black Widow is needed more than ever because disappearances can only be pursued by enemy action. All right, so we got Black Widow in the skin tight suit. Here we go. Hot food, hot cigarettes. Those same consoles registering situation normal, condition green. All right, we're in the Shield headquarters. We got sandwiches. He wasn't here when it happened. The Mary Celeste mystery was over again. Only this time, it's the middle of Manhattan instead of the mid-Atlantic. Natasha's got to see what's going down while no one's around. Natasha Alianova Romanoff will turn into Zania Vodarashins. Energy flare, too close by. She's got to jump in. Silver Samurai's about to cut Spider-Man's head off. She's gonna go in there and save Spider-Man. She fucking hits him with the car. I like that. Air car. We have an air car. We can use an air car to get back. The samurai's armor absorbed most of the impact. He's just stunned, and once he recovers, his energy sword can cut the car to pieces. As long as I stay airborne, I'm at his mercy. All right, so I like the air car. 1 second, let's get a shot of the air car. Gold air car. All right, air car. Now, what happens? Do we involve Vulture and Sandman? Where we are now in our story is Vulture and Sandman. They're doing some shit. That's some shady shit. They just got picked up by some fucking bikers to go do some dirty business. We can either write them out of the story, and that's where they are now, and we can have Spider-Man do a showdown with Doctor Octopus. Or the idea is that Spider-Man can bring Doctor Octopus down into the wastelands to save Stark. So the idea is, what does Doctor Octopus get? Does he get the tank? There is a tank in the wastelands. Remember the tank that they left Norman Osborn in. There is a tank in the wastelands. No, the tank was destroyed. No, remember, no, he wasn't. Osborn was still in it. What if they find Osborn there? Osborn's not there. That's what we got to figure out. Air car. And while they're flying the air car back, they could be attacked by Vulture and Sandman, or we can just leave them alone for now and just air car fucking, back up. I like the air car, man. Let's get a couple of shots of the air car. Natasha on the air car looks hot too. Let's get a shot of the air car for our art team. I love her fucking smashing some fucking dude with the air car. Let's get one more shot of thrusters from behind. Yes, air car. Ladies and gentlemen, air car. I'm going to play my Kickstarter video real quick because I have to get a drink.
Hey, Fire and Blood lovers. Let's talk about tonight's update for the Arachnophoria Kickstarter. Because the night is dark and full of terrors, especially our Slave Leia series. For the latest entry in our Steel Bikini series, we went with God of War. 3 variants turds, Steel Bikini, Mature Clear Bikini, and no bikini at all. So don't be a stag. Pick up Arachnophoria for a true storm's end.
All right. We got to get the kid back to Empire City. Where are we? Marvel team up. All right, the air car. We like the air car. All right, so the air car. Let's get the air car in the notes. Peter will have to get Fury, get him a ride back. Okay, perfect. That's what we're addressing. Agent Clemmer. Take Peter back in the air car. But first, he will get a new suit. We have another transition, or do we want to just stay with the? Do we want to just stay here with the air car? You just took the ice cream. Usually I jump around. I like to jump around. I like to jump around. We don't need to see Vulture and Sandman yet, or maybe let's see what we come up with in our story. Right now we got the air car. We know how they're getting back now. I'm thinking we're going to leave Vulture and Sandman where they are for now. We'll get to their fate later. And what I'm thinking is that Peter's got to get up there, have a confrontation with Dr. O, bring him down. Bring him down. Bring him down. Where? He's got to go see Uncle Ben first. They got to get Dr. O down to the wastelands. Peter's got to get back to Empire City in the air car. Those guys are going to get a new job. So where is our transition here? Got to give him a new suit. See what we come up with in our mining efforts here. Got the Silver Samurai. What has she done? That's right, Samurai. Only I'm my own woman now. Nobody's lover, nobody's slave. Can you say the same? Or are you still Mandrill's errand boy? Oh, cool. What is this? You, Daredevil's lover, the woman Mandrill shared in his hypnotic spell and made his slave. Ooh, now I gotta read that shit. When did this happen? As seen in Daredevil's 108 through 112. Well, I'll be there. Silence, witch! I serve Mandrill in payment and in ancient debt. Alright, so we got Mandrill. Who's Mandrill that they're getting Natasha involved with? She got that hot suit. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do Mary Jane as Black Widow. I like that. MJ as Black Widow. Gwen as Clem. Yes. That's your next Iago. We just got you your next cover, which I'll present to him if the fucker ever answers me. As a matter of fact, let me write to him now. Have the next cover idea whenever you're there. Yes, he's doing that Spies cover. MJ Gwen Stacy is 60s sexy 70s spies. 70s spies. MJ is widow. Gwen is clever. Like a Spider Gwen kind of agent. Radioactive sign, you know. Yes. I want two versions. The full hot spy bodysuit, of course, the full nude. You know, like just maybe their utility belt is a mature, and maybe like a radioactive one, like a fucking Fallout or fail safe where they got the radioactive shit on them, like the radioactive. You got to work with it. But the idiot has to write me back, either or Jose will do it. Yeah. Jose right now is working on Yakuza Zatanna next. All right, love the job. All right, here we go. Where are we? Natasha, you fool! You let your anger make you careless. Remember your training, woman. He may have the edge and size. Okay, so she's fighting the samurai. I don't know where fucking Spider-Man has anything to do with this, but at least it gave us the idea for our cover. We want to do that Jim Steranko 1970s vibe, Steranko vibe. That's going to be the cover of the textbook we just finished. Yes. So we got something out of this. We needed to figure out what the cover was. Now I need Iago to get back to me, or I think I'm just going to hand this off to. I think I'll give this to Renato. Renato needs a cover. May have to give it to Renato instead. All right. Wrong, Natasha. Looks like they won't do. Resistance is futile, widow. I defeated Daredevil, remember, by killing. All right, so I might give this to Renato instead. Fuck it. Yeah. Hey guys, this is a private party. Or can anyone join in? Spider-Man cursed the luck. I thought he'd be unconscious longer than this. I would dearly love to battle them and slay them both. but I dare not jeopardize my mission. All right, fuck the stupid samurai. He's just gonna chop a bunch of shit up. He's cut through the main building's utility core. Come on, what are we gonna fucking do? One stroke, that's it. Slicing concrete balls gonna drop. Everyone's gonna fucking fall. Get him out of the goddamn building before this stupid fucking samurai idiot fucking kills everybody. Spider-Man catches this guy, swings up this way like Wendy, Snick Snap, swings around, catches that guy. Too bad he wasn't so good with Gwen. Saves the guy with the red beard's life. He does the old Amazing Fantasy 15 pose. No, I don't believe it. Spider-Man's running away. He's got to fight the samurai alone. I don't see Samurai as being our guy that runs Venusville, so I'm not sure if I'm liking what we're going with here. But we did get the cover idea. We had the cover idea a couple issues ago, but this really cemented it as what to do with Mary Jane. Mary Jane's the Black Widow, and Gwen's like the hot Russian. But they're both hot Russians. It's kind of cool. You know, they're both Black Widows. No, you have White Widow and Black Widow. Gwen Stacy's White Widow, Mary Jane's Black Widow. There it is. And the Spider Gwen, right? White Widow and Black Widow. Or Red Sparrow. Ooh, shit. Yeah, fuck that. White Widow, Red Sparrow. Red Sparrow. I want them as hot fucking Russian agents. Full bodysuit. Like the full bodysuits. Sometimes you don't need to write the story, you get in the cover. Full I'm giving this to Renato because fuck you, Iago, you're not answering. Yes. Full body suits, like fucking 70s chic, Charlie's Angels, but no, they're Russian agents. I want them fucking evil Russians. Red Sparrow and White Widow. Yay! I'm gonna write that to Renato afterwards because he's almost finished. Renato's working on a Giganta cover. A Giganta and the Kraken. As a current cover commission. 50 some stories of buildings fall case. We got a building for all right, so thank God this fucking issue gave me a whole bunch to work with. Russian agents. White Sparrow. Instead of Black Widow, it's just whipping that White Widow, Red Sparrow. I like it. White Widow, Red Sparrow. Because the idea is you have Gwen. Gwen is in red. Unless you have, well, we can switch it. You can have one where Gwen is in red and Mary Jane's in white. You can switch the colors up. Yes, I want both color schemes. Oh, multiple covers. Multiple covers. This issue, as shitty as it is, gave me the multiple covers idea. White Widow, Red Sparrow. I'm going to write this to Renato right now and say, I have the next cover when you're ready. I'll write to him now. Fuck it. When something's on your mind, you got to get it out there. Once that is done, let me know when you're ready for the next cover. I think you love the idea. Have them both do it. Meanwhile, on the far side of the site, you're tiring, woman. Our battle is but finished. All right, slices are up here. Now the samurai's backed me into a corner, so it's basically this is a Black Widow story, and Spider-Man's been sidelined. But I'm not mad because we got our Red Sparrow idea. Instead of just having Mary Jane as Black Widow, which is essentially just another redhead in the Black Widow suit, you have her as Red Sparrow. But the idea is that Gwen is in the red suit, and Mary Jane's in the White Widow suit. White Widow, Red Sparrow. Yes. Like a Jennifer Lawrence kind of thing. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm loving this idea. Silver Samurai is more than a match for any superhero. You know what? This issue, you guys gave me my cover, man, of my fucking textbook. I am so happy, even though this issue sucks my asshole. Some goons. Ouch. Oh boy, I must have pulled every muscle in my body tonight. Lousy clay statuette. Hey, Widow, did you get the feeling we've all been had? And so, we're left with mysteries. The Widow is to be cleared up in future issues of the Champions. Oh, she's in the Champions. As for Spidey's, perhaps it'll be solved when he and Ghost Rider face panic on Pier 1. But you see, they jump it again. They don't give you this. There must be either a copyright there, there was something, or they got pissed off at the guy who wrote the story because they don't let you have access to certain issues for some reason. Isn't that fucking crazy? No, No. Get out of here. Isn't that some shit? And it's Chris Claremont, Sal Buscema. That's so Panic on Pier 1. You know what? It could be one of those things where the Twin Towers. Sometimes it's like the Twin Towers could be an issue. I mean, I've seen the Twin Towers in comic books before, so I don't think that's it. Marvel Team Up 58. Team Up 58 is not Marvel Unlimited. Unique reason why. No, back catalog editions. Yeah, but why would they not? You got everything else in there. It may have been prioritized for MU until a collection of fan interest pushes it higher on my hours backlog. Wow, okay. Many of the missing issues are from the 70s. Gotcha. Look at that shit. And it's even on Reddit. All right, fuck it. Yeah, we shall have to go on without him. Sorry, Ghost Rider. If they ever add, all right. So we'll come back if we need it. But this is June, so this would come before that. However, we're here. We're still in May for the third title of our monthly Spider-Man subscriptions, Spectacular Spider-Man #6. Peter Parker. Because we got our cover ideas, but we didn't get anything to use here. Unless we're just going straight to. Are we doing the mayor? Because what we need here. Dr. O has got to get to the mayor's office. The mayor has a lot of security, but Dr. O does have a giant fucking lizard. So we need is Dr. O and the lizard to attack the mayor's office. And how's that going down? Because you can have a double montage kind of thing where they're suiting up. This could literally be Dr. O and Peter both suiting up for battle. I kind of like that. Let's lead. We can lead right into that. You know, where they're actually armoring Dr. O to make a move on the mayor. All right, I like this. Now, all right, we're getting somewhere. I'm getting an idea here. The idea is that this page 6 is like that montage thing again, where you're switching off between Doctor Octopus and Peter suiting up for battle. So what are they doing with Doctor Octopus? Doctor Octopus is suiting up for battle. I have an idea here. If I don't get what I want from this issue right here, this Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, to get caught up to June, then we're going to jump ahead and we're just going to pull that annual. There's another annual Amazing Spider-Man. It's not until 1979 that it comes out, but it's a Spider-Man versus Dr. Ock story that I think will help us right here with this suiting up scene. Let's see what we get out of Peter Parker Spectacular 6. Let's give this issue a chance first. Let's see if we can stay chronological. If not, we're just going to jump ahead to that annual. Deja vu. Exactly the feeling everyone's favorite wall crawler is about to experience as he swings across. All right, what do we got? Web shooter shooting like jam. A new look at the Spidey classic originally presented in. A new look at a Spidey classic originally presented in Marvel Team Up #3. Power to Purge. What the fuck is this? Behind polarized lenses, brown eyes wide, and frantic fingers twitch on a. Well, what the fuck am I watching here? He holds on to something. What is this? Who boy? Between all my hassles with J. Jonah Jameson, plus my schoolwork, I must have goofed up making my fluid compound. Luckily, I've got spare cartridges in my belt from another bag. All right, so we can address the cartridges, web fluid. Just need to relax a second before changing them. Funny, this isn't like an instant replay of another close call that I was. Only that was the time I was suffering a near fatal reaction to a transfusion from a living vamp. This is, dude, they use this to fucking just jam a repeat in here? That grew some nasty little adventure, and it really got rolling with a fantastic for Revive, a very upset visitor. Holy shit. They're just throwing an old flashback in here. Reed, Ben, you can come in now. Tell them what you told me, Martine. Is this a new fucking story? Strong as Nico's had been. My beloved Michael had gone. I'd found certain. We could bring in Morbius. Could be the fucking. Morbius could be the fucking. The Venusville guy. Desperate gamble. He developed an enzyme which could strengthen his blood count. Michael was dying of some incurable blood disease, when the side effects making fun of him a vampire. His name was Michael Morbius. Michael Morbius, good lord! The Nobel Prize winner! And the letters of another man. Oh, yay, we have Jorgensen. I love when they bring back our professors. Jorgensen, he teaches at State U in Queens. You just keep wondering, Reed, while I make a fast exit. Alright, what's he doing? Fucking torch. He's gonna go track down Morbius. And how the enzyme from Morbius's blood managed to remove a couple of extra set of arms from old Spidey's that he picked up. Yes, I remember. This is a fucking flashback story. Johnny's head towards Queens. On the same college campus as that Jorgensen guy. The abandoned warehouse, Langhorne City. If you take a moment to inspect one dimly glowing window, destined to occur might never be. Morbius is hiding. All right, this is a new story. All right. They have been weeks, long weeks yet, thanks to you, lovely not ones. Not lovely ones. You've done much for me, Morbius. I am a vampire. Jefferson Bolt. Work for the. All right, so somebody that works on the campus is a vampire, and I guess he's going to come alongside Peter. What a guy won't do for an education. All right, so well, maybe my bio teacher, Professor Jorgensen, can clear things up. That's kind of cool that we just kind of happen to run into a city with this Jorgensen guy, is the one that's ratting out fucking Jameson about the tank. I like this. There was a reason to read this story. That is, if I make it till after class. Glancing skyward, perfect. I knew I shouldn't have taken Storm. Told Storm I'd take classes here. There's Jorgensen. Throughout history, men have wondered at those sometimes crucial coincidences, those twists of destiny which bring men together for all reasons. Such a coincidence brings us here, to a man called Hans Jorgensen. To the fateful crux of our story, a man sought by three separate factions, a man who holds the answers for them all. And as you see, such a process would destroy the primary balance in the blood cells, an effect similar to the decay caused by leukemia. Split protein enzyme yet to be. That's hardly an excuse, such a rude interruption. A guy named Michael Morbius, huh? And then Spidey's coming in too, so Torch and Spider-Man are going to have a misunderstanding in this guy's class. Wait, don't rush ahead, because this guy is one of our characters, Jorgensen. I must protest. This is just too much. Cool it, Spidey. What up, Storm? You trying to play a game? In which case, we'll discover the point over a cup of tea. I like that. But after the lecture, if you please. I am afraid I become something of an ogre in front of a class. Attention, I suppose. Something about Michael. A few weeks back. All right. Morbius is dead. Morbius is running through the whole. Oh, he's going to take out a bum. That bum is fucking dead. It's always when it's okay. He's a bum. Who gives a shit? Kill the bum, right? Figures you'd see it that way. Gentlemen, please, will someone explain to me what this all means? So Spidey and the Torch, of course, can be competing. Bad trouble. Morbius is feeding on a bum. Spider-Man kicks his ass, punches him in the fucking face. He's laughing. Torch gets involved, smashes a litter box over his fucking both of their heads. Now it's a triple threat match. Now he says you're gonna feel my power. Jorgensen and me, the sunburst ought to put you in your place. Michael Morbius is suffering to the sun. Do we want to have a vampire that can't go outside? Is Morbius the vampire? Is that our guy that's running Venusville? That's why he can't come outside. He is a vampire. You're hurting him. You're hurting me. Now, I would have him in New Orleans, Storyville. Yeah, I would save him for my New Orleans city called Storyville. You're gonna kill that man, Spider-Man. What are you trying to do? Alright, so Spider-Man and Morbius are fighting. They're throwing shit at the Torch. Morbius is turning people on him. All the college kids are jumping Spider-Man, fucking double axe handle. Jefferson Bolt's going for a fucking jam. Morbius has turned everybody around, and now Jefferson Bolt's gonna jump Morbius. Morbius is gonna beat up Jefferson Bolt. And Morbius is gonna get the fuck away. Spidey drags himself upright, wondering, yet still blindly aware of his fever's unlikely origin. Is the A out the vampire fever? And there was hope for me as I thought it took Professor X and his mutant X-Men to finally cure me and corral Morbius. He tangled with the Thing and disappeared for good. They just keep on trying to get you to buy all those old shitty issues that don't involve Spider-Man. So Morbius is pissed. We might have Morbius might be the guy. A vampire could be in charge of Venusville. Which is run. No, no, no. I don't want that. Vampire. Michael Morbius runs Storyville, which is the floating city of New Orleans. Red Light City. I like it. I like it. At least we got that out of this. We got that much out of this is that he'll be the guy when we actually take our story to New Orleans. No, I won't go back even if I die here. That's better than reverting to this thing I was. You can't make me go. You can't. Don't be silly, Michael. I can do that and much more. Oh, God, we got another issue with this fucking Michael Morbius. Oh, Glory Grant. Well, she could be our girl. She could be the Bond girl in Nolans. Glory Grant. She's a model. She'll be taking you in. She's one of us. She's taking you in. We're basically turning Peter Parker into like our James Bond. We're evolving the character. This June? This is June. We're not up till July here. So now, before we go here, I'm thinking we're gonna pull that over. We're gonna pull that annual. I'm doing a suit up. This is a suit up. So let's do this because I want to get this done. I feel like I know what I want to do with this. I mean, with this page. This is Doctor Octopus and Spider-Man getting fucking suited up for battle. Yeah, fucking do this. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 13. The arms of Doctor Octopus. Yes, we need some Doctor Octopus. Peter Parker criminal. Spidey's identity. Doc's greatest scheme. The strangest Spidey saga ever. All right, what do we got? Is this the lizard? But you're going to commit suicide. There's a struggle. Somebody gets thrown out the window, and now he's dead. Oh, too late. We got Dr. O. Chapter 1, Spider-Man, I know who you really are. It's not possible. All my Catholic physique plans gone, stolen, which is one of you fools is plotting against me. Speak, or I'll get rid of you all. Must have been Jimmo. He landed there last year. Where is this? Oh, see, he's underground lair. Okay. They're setting him up. The idea is they should be outfitting him in the lizard. All right. We don't need that Storyville case. Captured scientist back at Osborne's lab and later. Okay, so we see Dr. O back at his lair, not lair. Where would they be? We see Dr. O back at Oscorp Tower being outfitted for battle by his three scientist minions. We see Peter walking, entering a weapons room with Nick Fury. Similar to how James Bond would get gadgets from Q branch. So let's lay out the page, then we'll do one more. We'll do another mining to get the dialogue. We cut back to Dr. O at Oscorp Tower. So I want 3 each being outfitted for battle by his 3 scientist minions. Again, we'll have it one more time. Fucking hate when you hit the wrong goddamn button. See Peter suiting up for battle. Cut back to right. We see Peter suiting up for battle. H. Do. 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 We see the lizard mounted and ready to leap, ready to crawl down the tower like a monster entering the arena of battle. Lightning strikes around them, giving that extra flare of monstrous nighttime aura. Peter enters the chamber with Fury, where we see Agent Clemmer waiting next to the Shield air cruiser. A gold hover car straight out of the 70s spy thrillers and comics. Yeah, she's looking all hot. Waiting for Peter. All right, so the page is laid out. Let's get a new suit first. We have a little montage here. The infestation, the back of the tank, we're not up to that yet. Mutated people, Appalachian Hills, Michael Morbius runs Storyville. Have to defend the mayor, Bond girl Gloria Grant, Storyville. I don't think we're going to get to Storyville, but hey, we got 2 more volumes after this we want to do, so you never know. We may end the fucking story in Orleans. Peter enters a chamber with Fury where we see Agent Clem. All right, we have this page is laid out now, what we want to at least go for. Now we just need the story. So we jumped ahead 2 years to an annual, because I remember this annual was supposed to be a good story about Peter Parker, Spider-Man versus Dr. Octopus. I really need some Dr. O shit here, so I'm just jumping ahead a little. Quiet as families huddled together before their television sets to watch sitcoms. It's grim. Spider-Man's chilling over some fucking rooftop. He bashes through. He stops the crime ring. He kicks a little ass into some fucking things. He's got a guy in a forklift driving towards him. He takes up the forklift, throws that into a fucking wall. What do you say here? Portion of strength of a spider. Boys, have it your way. New York's finest is on the way. He doesn't see me. Got to get out of here. Not much longer. Take care, boys. He's at the docks. This criminal's there too. What's your fucking problem? Secret Service agent named Kent Blake. Problem is the agency believes Blake's death was a suicide. I know it wasn't. I can't. That's why I need you. Please, Spider-Man, you know what it is to be lied about. Prove his death wasn't suicide. All right, no problem. We'll go. Kent Blake, hard part. I gotta talk to her, find out whatever it is I'm supposed to know. Excuse me, Mrs. Blake, I'm Peter Parker from the Globe. Oh, it's right. He leaves the Bugle. Because look, it's 2 years later, he's working for the Globe. Tell your readers Kent was a good man, a man consumed with preserving justice. Peter's at home in his apartment. He didn't kill himself, he believes her. The guy Kent Blake comes by, knows he's fucking Spider-Man. Oh, that was badass. There isn't any time to play games, Parker. Oh, just rips his fucking shirt open. I like that. I'm Kent Blake. This is Jimbo Ryan's address. All right, guys, you know what to do. Still a man short for the job. All right, so Peter's going to pretend to be a thug. I like it. Comes in there, beats the shit out of a bunch of people. Earns the job. I like it, the undercover look. Suddenly but silently, the shadows seem to shift. Like I told you, I got plans. Super type weapon. With pleasure, Jimbo. Peter's chilling on the ground. They crack the guy over the back of the fucking head. They all enter the boat. 2 bad pops. He throws a couple of tracers on there. They shoot the fucking cop. All right, we got 2 minutes. Move it. This is what I wanted. I actually wanted Dr. Octopus. All right, so what are they outfitting him with? What are we using here? I jumped ahead for a reason. I wanted to use something in here. Tentacles. Should they be outfitting him with tentacles? Yes, tentacles. Let's do this. We see Dr. O back at the Oscorp Tower being outfitted for battle by his 3 scientist minions. The lizard sits calmly, like a dragon, waiting to feed, while the scientists outfit Dr. O's brain cage with a gun turret. I like that. Dr. O's brain cage with a gun turret. We see Peter entering a weapons room with Nick Fury, similar to how James Bond would get gadgets from Q Branch. We cut back to Dr. O at Oscorp Tower being outfitted for battle by 3 scientist minions. We see Peter suiting up for battle. All right, so what do we got? What do we got on this page here? I need that ice cream. Peter voice. You're asking me to go. You're asking me to recruit. You're asking me to recruit a man who tried to kill me. You're asking me to recruit a man who tried to kill me. Was not even a man anymore. I was trapped in Osborne's lab. I was trapped in Osborne's lab. I saw him. It. There's nothing left of him. There's nothing left of him but a living brain. That's the only part I require. I have to stay here. I have to stay here and keep an eye on Stark. I have to stay here and play nursemaid to Stark. Now, he wouldn't say that here. Agent Clemmer is taking you for a ride. That's the only part I require. If someone like Dr. Rowe is able to keep himself alive, is able to keep himself alive in that physical state, then he is the man to save Stark. That's the only part I require. Someone like Dr. Rowe is able to keep himself alive in that physical state, in that impossible physical state. Someone is able to keep himself alive in that impossible physical state, then he is the man to save Stark. All right, that's a good line. And he is the man to save Stark. And since you know where he is, we see Peter entering a weapons room, and he is the man to save Stark. If someone like Dr. O is able to keep himself alive in that impossible physical state, then he is the man to save Stark. He asked me to recruit a man who tried to kill me. He was not even a man anymore. I was trapped in Osborne's lab. I saw him. It. There's nothing left of him but a living brain. That's the only part I require. Someone like Dr. O is able to keep himself alive in that impossible physical state, and he is the man to save Stark. We can at least scan his mind for for how. We can at least scan his mind for how. It's ridiculous, but it works. We see Peter entering a weapons room with Nick Fury, similar to how James Bond would get gadgets from Q Branch. Since I'm the only one, and since I'm the only one that knows where the lab is, precisely. But we do have some interesting what? What would Fury say to him? We see Peter entering a weapons room with Nick Fury similar to how James Bond would get gadgets from Q Branch. And since I'm the only one that knows where the lab is, precisely. We do have something for you, but we do have something, but you're not leaving empty handed. Mr. Stark took the liberty. Precisely, but you're not leaving empty. Mr. Stark took the liberty of setting you up. We see Peter entering a weapons room with Nick Fury, similar to how James Bond would get gadgets to Q Branch. What's not similar? What? Like, since I'm the only one that knows where the lab is, precisely. But you're not leaving empty. Mr. Stark took the liberty of setting you up. We cut back to Dr. O at Oscorp Tower being outfitted for battle by his 3 scientist minions. As they add a metallic rhino like, is it a ram or like a rod? Yeah, like a rhino like ramrod to the front of the lizards. Hang on, baby. When I'm done, I'll take you for a walk, girl. Being outfitted for battle by his 3 scientist minions as they add a metallic rhino like ramrod to the front of the lizard's head strap. He's being outfitted for battle like a Targaryen dragon. Like that reference for the dragons. Precisely, but you're not leaving empty. Mr. Stark took the liberty of setting you up. Mr. Stark took the liberty of designing. Precisely, but you're not leaving empty. Mr. Stark took the liberty of designing you. Mr. Stark took the liberty of setting you up. This thing's setting you up. I say he's making you a new outfit. Cut back to Dr. O at Oscorp Tower being outfitted right. He's being outfitted. The lizard. The lizard is being outfitted for battle like a Targaryen dragon. Yeah, they need him to ram through fucking doors and shit. Yes, they're adding like a big ramrod to him. I like that. I like that. I like that. This page is just about done. Okay, we see Peter suiting up for battle. And a series of shots. We don't need the 5 of being outfitted for battle again. Of shots through the other panels. We see him slipping on his bodysuit. We see Peter fasten the new web shooters as they fling his web gauntlets. As they steam lock onto his forearms and wrist. Like some high-tech shit. SFX of the gauntlets locking onto Peter's forearms and wrists. I liked it. Right. See Peter grab his mask, his new mask, with both hands. Like he is putting his real face back on for the first time. We see the lizard mounted and ready to crawl down the tower like a monster entering the arena of battle. Lightning strikes around them. We see the lizard and Dr. O mounted and ready to crawl down the tower like a monster entering the arena of battle. Lightning strikes around them, giving that extra flair of monstrous nighttime aura. Okay, good. This page is laid out. We just got to write it. We just got to dialogue it. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's mine the rest of this issue here. My arms are virtually indestructible. Not tentacles. It should be turrets. It should be tentacles. With tentacles. With makeshift tentacles. Tentacles. With tentacles made from makeshift Oscorp tech they scavenged. The only part I require is someone like Dr. OK. But you're not leaving empty. Wish to talk to the liberty of setting you up. We cut back to being outfitted for battle. He's being outfitted, okay. What are they putting on him with the rhino horn, okay. Now remember, Peter does not know that Dr. O has got this fucking rhino horn, so he's still talking shit with Fury. F for me. Containment unit. Large enough to hold him. Mr. Talk to the liberty of setting you up. What do you have for me? A containment unit large enough to hold him. With extension. A series of laser blades. A containment unit large enough to hold the brain. Containment unit large enough to hold the brain. Containment unit large enough to hold the brain with about 100 hours worth a fluid, and nourishment. What do you have for me? A containment unit large enough to hold the brain with about 100 hours worth of fluid and nourishment. Nah, I wouldn't say 48 hours. About 48 hours worth of fluid and nourishment with a series of laser blades in case you have to slice. A containment unit large enough to hold the brain with about 48 hours worth of fluid and nourishment with a series of laser blades in case you have to slice through some tentacles. Some unwanted tentacles. So they should put the ramrod on the lizard first. And then put the tentacles on him. Yes. I want to switch that. Okay. Got a poodle? Almost done, girl. Almost done. It's rainy and shitty outside. I know you hate going outside when it's raining anyway. Shit on the pad. I'll just clean it. Where are we? Right here. Sorry, baby girl. Daddy's right. What do you have for me? Nope. A containment unit large enough to hold the brain with about 48 hours worth of fluid and nourishment. With a series of laser blades in case you have to slice through some unwanted tentacles. I want to see Peter. I like the line here. We see Peter suiting up for battle in a series. No, Fury. I mean, no, Fury. What I mean is, what do you have for me? And the idea is we see Peter suiting up for battle in a series of shots where the other panels see him slipping on his bodysuit. I like that. On his black bodysuit. See Peter fasten the new web gauntlets as they steam lock onto his forearm and wrist. Controlled web fluid. This will control new web shooters built to control consistency and range and thickness. Built that. Stark built that in between. Stark built that in between. Stark built that in between and between. Stark built that in between the key lime and the rocky road. New web shooters built to control consistently and range and thickness. Also locks on Also locks onto your wrist. We'll even use bodily fluids once you run out of web juice. Also locks onto your wrist, and we'll even use bodily fluids once you run out of web juice. It should be a cartridge. Should be enough here. Should be enough here to load one cartridge. Should be enough here to run. It should be enough here to load one cartridge each. Did this? Start built that in between the key lime and the rocky road. You did this? Stark built that in between the key lime and the rocky road. You see Peter garb his new mask? Grab his new mask with both hands, like he is putting his real face back on for the first time. You see Peter grab his new mask with both hands, like he's putting his real face back on for the first time. You did this? Stark built that in between the key lime and the rocky road. Fury could give him a cool line here. You see Peter grab his new mask with both hands, like he's putting his real face back on the first time. Fury catches the nervous, somber look in Peter's face. Let's finish this one. Because we're pressed about 2 panels left. Can we get something we could use here? I think it's just fucking Dr. Octopus beating up a bunch of fucking criminals. With Peter undercover, getting thrown into the wall. Who cares, punk? You blew mine when I was trying to con your old biddy of an aunt with my phony marriage proposals. Oh shit, he knew that was Spider-Man. Peter Parker, surely your old fool of an aunt would have another heart attack seeing you like this. Oh shit. I like that. He just kind of fucking blows up his spot and then beats the shit out of him. Make good rendering my half. He's gone, thank heaven. He's stronger than a fucking ox. You're breaking my heart with that, Willie. Dr. Octopus said he was a spy. I still owe him for that one punch game the other day. Oh, Peter is dumped in the back of a sedan and thrown into the river. Oh, I like that because he's taking an air car back. Then, help me, give me your hand. And then there's good old Kent Blake. I'll tell you to find Dr. Octopus. Do what you want with it. Remember, I want Ryan. Ryan's pad, fancy schmancy. Crime doesn't pay. He gets there, and Dr. Octopus is taking it over. Spider-Man, I don't know how you're back in action, and frankly, I don't even care. So they haven't seen each other a while when they have this fight. So we know we're not getting Dr. Octopus stories for 2 fucking years. Which is okay. Wrong, cretin throws him off the fucking penthouse. Spider-Man swings back up, comes back up to fight. This Kent Blake guy's back. This guy doesn't do anything. He just stands around pointing fucking Spider-Man orders. He's got to be a bad guy. He's got to be setting Spider-Man up or something. Got a bunch of hobos here. Spider-Man's walking around with this fucking guy wrapped up in his tentacles. He's coming in to fight. Off to the construction site. The Paul Perone building. You thought wrong. I can locate those papers without even leaving my perch here. Those papers will be mine. Spider-Man jumps in, drop kicks Dr. O. They start fighting with the fucking tentacles, punches him in his fucking face. Dr. Octopus be triumphant. He crushes him with some steel bars. We can actually maybe use this in a fight. Because Spider-Man's going to be fighting the Lizard when he gets back up there to Empire City. Killing you, Spider Fool. Now that I have you helpless, I'll crush the fucking life out of you. All right, this is a good brawl. Throws him, tentacle stealth, smashes him up here, cracks him in half. The searing pain that Arbor has grafted to me as much as it was a part of my real arm. What are you trying to hurt him? You're mad that he hurt you? Don't come near me, don't come near me. And then he falls to his death. Spider-Man goes, saves the guy falling to his death, swings back, gets him, confessed to Kent Blake's murder. He's sorry. He's tied up, upside down. Epilogue. Peter goes and visits who? Miss Blake, I'm Peter Parker from the Globe. Remember me? Yes, of course. Come in. Your husband's killer confessed to his crimes. All right, good job. Miss Blake, that picture, that's your husband? Ah, so Kent Blake was the guy. It was the ghost. That Kent was the man. Was it his ghost? I don't mind that. Sometimes something tells me I'm better off not thinking about this at all. To be continued in Peter Parker Annual #1 on sale soon. I fuck with stupid Molten Man. They're bringing the Molten Man back. Oh, this guy sucks too. It's a shitty fucking villains here. The Molten Man. Liz Allen. Then we have the Looter. They're bringing the fucking Looter back. Holy shit. No, there he is. Team up. No, he's gone. We got rid of this guy in AracKnight 2. Rhino. Well, they've really fucked the Rhino up, so we gotta wait before we bring the Rhino back to anything. The Shocker. We can use the Shocker. We can always use the Shocker. Shocker's a badass. Oh, Kingpin. We love the fucking Kingpin. We love the Kingpin. Silvermane. Man Mountain Marco. This is definitely old school what they're talking about here. The Prowler. Just a good old-fashioned villains gallery. The Gangaroo, the Roo. Peter Parker's pad. Yay. All right. Let's do this. This fucking apartment's nicer than mine. Asshole. Oh, it is a pull-out bed. Okay, good. 410 Chelsea Street, New York. He's right off 8th Avenue in case you want to look him up. Skylight to his pad. He's on the rooftop. Peter Parker's pad, Natch, Kevin, and Marv. I like that. Where's the landlord live? Landlord Muggin's apartment. For details, the original hard to dig up floor plan. I like that. Just in case you have trouble finding Peter's pad, here's his name. But I used to hang in Chelsea. I like Chelsea. Daily Bugle building, 46 stories tall. Joe Robinson's office. Oh, they take it to Peter's life. Daily Globe, where Peter works now. KJ Clayton's office. Peter Parker's office. After graduating from Midvale High, Peter Parker entered Empire State University as a science major. This fall began his graduate studies in biophysics. Look at that. Humanities building, science building, ESU, Morris Sloan, Kirk Connors, the dormitories, Marcy Kane, art school. Holly Gill says, Peter's horizons expand, so does his supporting cast. We don't know any of these people yet, so they're all going to be popping up in the next 2 years. We will be finishing up our volume 3 by then, or maybe even volume 4. Ooh, heavens to Betsy. All right, so we don't need this one for a while. We jumped ahead on this one just to finish it, but this page is done. Stark built that in between the key lime and the rocky road. We see Peter grab his new mask with both hands, like he's putting his real face back on for the first time. Great. Sucks. Hey, kid, you sure about this? You sure about this? The only reason we're asking you to do this, the only reason we ask you to do this, because you let Osborn live. So obviously, there's more to you. So obviously there's more to you. However, this one may get personal. Hey kid, you sure about this? The only reason we're asking you to do this is because you let Osborne live. So obviously there's more to you. However, this one may get personal. No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. I like that. We see the lizard and Dr. O mounted and ready to crawl down the tower like a monster entering the arena of battle. Lightning strikes around them, giving them that extra flare of monstrous nighttime aura. SFX of lightning strikes around them. There we go. Krakum, Krakum. We don't need lines there. Peter enters a chamber with Fury where we see Agent Clemmer waiting next to the Shield air cruiser. A gold hover car straight out of the 70s spy thrillers and comics. Should we have a line here? Because then it's Peter enters a chamber with Fury. Where we see Agent Clemmer Shield air cruiser, a gold hover car straight out of the 70s spy thrillers and comics. No, if you want to give me, if you want to give me the location, you can stay here with Stark. Nah, he wouldn't say that. You know, if you want to give me the location, you could stay here with Stark now. Okay. When do we leave? Now. Make contact with me once you arrive. Once you arrive safely. Once you arrive safely at the lab. You're not coming along? I've got to babysit Stark. And we've got other live agents. And we've got other live agents. I got to babysit Stark. And we've got other live agents. But I got you a ride. I got to babysit Stark. And we've got other live agents. We've got other live, we've got other live agents out there. And we've got other live agents out there. I got to babysit Stark. And we've got other live agents out there. But I got you a ride. I got you a ride. I just think it annoys me. Yeah. You know, coming along. I got to babysit Stark. We got other live agents out there. But I got you a ride. Clemmer. Agent Clemmer. Mr. Parker. I like that. I like that, Mr. Parker. He'll get back in the car. Call me Peter. Ladies and gentlemen, pages 5 and 6 are done. I know it takes a long time sometimes. It's harder. As we get more into the stories, you got to work a little harder. But if you love writing, is it really about time or is it just about completion? May fate and faith decide your fortune. If you should love these writing classes, by all means, come and be a part of the newest Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter, Arachnophoria. Peace, love, all shit in between.